Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Marcia with the Living Divinity. So, yesterday I actually pulled some cards, and I didn't want to share it on Christmas Day because I don't really believe in sharing any type of negativity. So, I'm doing this reading today for you. But let's take a minute and thank God for everything. We woke up today, we're breathing. Maybe most of us are blessed to have a roof over our head and our bills paid. And let's just thank God for the struggle of changing our lives to make our life better, to create our beautiful heaven on earth. So it takes mind, body, and soul. It's never a job that is completed. We are always trying to work and grow. So December 26th, our calendar says it was time to put on a new hat, the one stitched together with hope and courage. Hope, sometimes we lose hope. Sometimes we feel like no matter what we do, it's not enough. It's not good enough. Our days don't seem to be getting better. But believe that God is working for you. Believe that God has good things for you to come. And we have to be able to use our courage, build our courage up, build our self-esteem up. Realize that we are meant for more. I've recently celebrated my 63rd birthday, and I've worked from the time I was about 16 to, let's see, it's 2026 coming up, up until about 2019. I've always had a job, but it was never really satisfying me. So just to break it down, I did office jobs, I've done cleaning jobs, I've worked at gas stations, I've worked at laundromats, I've worked for UPS, I've worked for a major international dental manufacturing company. I had my own real estate license. I've worked for shipping companies. I've worked doing vacation rentals. I always really loved all the jobs that I did, but seemed like there was never any growth. When I got my real estate license, and my first year I had 7 settlements. A lot of people where I had my license at were really astonished. And I actually had my broker called me into his office, and he asked me, he made the statement that it's rare for a new agent to have 7 settlements, and he wanted to know what my secret was. And I said, I don't have a secret. And he's like, well, how did you do it? Were these family members you were working with, or friends that you were trying to help sell or buy? I just don't understand how you could do that. And my answer was, I treat everybody like I would want to be treated. And I've basically lived my life with that in mind. It's important to treat people like a close relative. And that's kind of what we're missing in the world, is everybody's just kind kind of out for themselves. And yeah, we are all struggling. But at the same time, God has blessed me in so many ways. And every job I ever held, I always put my best foot forward. So you have to hope. You have to hope that things are going to get better. And when you get these intuitive nudges, when you get this spiritual guidance to take a leap of faith, to have courage to go for that one job that you really think that you can learn from. And as long as you're learning and growing, that's what life is really about. I don't ever see myself not doing something. So God has led me to do these readings for all of you. And I'm blessed that, yes, I do have struggles, but I'm blessed that I know that God is going to provide everything that I need. So it's time to put on a new hat. It's time to put on the new hat, the one that's stitched together with hope and courage. Okay, so I'm going to back this up a little bit. And I'm going to put my candle here while I do the reading. So the first card I received was the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is like being trapped up in your head. It's not being able to make a decision. It's what do I do? Where do I go? How do I get there? That's kind of how I see that card. But I believe regarding the reading that there is or was a black witch who casted spells to restrict love from entering. So for me, my mother was pregnant with her fourth child, and I believe that there was someone who despised my mother, who cast a spell upon her, and that she would not have love in her life, although she was married and she already had 3 children, that there was no love for her. And her womb was with her 4th child. That's one of my sisters, and it's kind of been that way for her, but it's also been that way for all the generations that were born. So I'm saying it's like my sister and her kids, the next sibling, and his 2 kids, the next sibling with her 4 kids, the next sibling, and then me with my daughter. But regarding the reading, this person, this black witch, cast spells to restrict love from entering someone's lives. And this dark woman, she actually educated herself. She took some psychology classes so that she could learn to manipulate people's minds. Um, and that's not the purpose of going through such a course. You know, you're supposed to take psychology to help people move forward, to come out of this Eight of Swords that they might be feeling. So, but she was using it for the wrong reasons, and believe that God saw all of it. This is not the first time this Black Witch has done this, but I promise you it's going to be her last. And there were a group of them working together. And the reason they was to keep the wheel of fortune in their favor. God allows people to live their lives the way they choose. But there comes a time when God says, that's enough. I will not allow you to hurt anybody else. So what happens is these witches, they might lose their own life, or God might choose to take away someone close to them. God might choose to keep someone away from them that loves them, that they love. Life is a divine design. Life is to be lived in the most positive manner that you can have, that you can hold, to have hope and courage that things are going to get better. But they were casting these spells so that they can manipulate their surroundings and they can continue to be abundant. But that's not an abundance that's ever going to stay with them. So I believe that they cast spells against the divine feminine, and they didn't realize that her protection was elevated. They didn't realize that every time they cast a spell that it was automatically returned, and they just couldn't understand it, because although they study spirituality on the dark side, they didn't look into the laws of spirituality. What you sow, you reap. What you put out to the universe, you get back. So this divine feminine, she has taken time to say prayers for her divine masculine, for her loved ones, to keep them protected. And it's like a bubble or a force that wraps around, that allows her loved ones to be safe from energetic attack. And this divine feminine most likely does a return to sender. So it's just a matter of speaking the words, return to sender. So if someone sends you love, you send them love back. If someone sends you hate, then you send that exact energy back. But this divine feminine has elevated, and God has blessed her with such a powerful protection that she doesn't even have to do that. It's just automatically given back. And for every time that she has not called for revenge or taken actions in a revengeful manner, she is getting elevated. Okay, so the next card is the Hangman. And the Hangman is there because they're starting to wake up. The Black Witches are starting to realize that, you know, they're probably saying to God, oh my God, why is this happening to me? I know I haven't been perfect, but I'm going through such a bad time right now. They're starting to awaken up that the spiritual laws that they didn't research is coming back. You know, it's coming back full force back to them. So the next card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is taking responsibility. It's being more practical. It's working hard. So although we started talking about the Black Witches, the Divine Feminine, I believe this is the Divine Masculine. He as well, he's aware of what these Black Witches have done. And it's possible that they cast spells upon him so that he didn't move forward, that he didn't believe in himself, that he lost hope. And his courage was in there deep, but it was like blocked, okay? So he's also probably been in the hangman position, waking up and saying, oh my goodness, you know, I've seen this happen to other people, and I never thought that they would come after me that way, but now they're doing it to me. Okay, so I say for the Divine Masculine, call back your energy, cleaned and purified. Do your return to senders, walk away from negativity, ask God to protect you, ask God to guide you, and start listening to your intuition and your gut feeling. Because energy, you know, people can lie, but energy can't. Okay, so the next card that we have is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is about resilience. It's about setting boundaries. It's about being persistent and what you know is right for you. And it has to do with holding on to faith. So faith, hope, and courage so far in this reading. Okay, the next card we have is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. So, because we had the Wheel of Fortune and we had the Hangman, this Divine Masculine is starting to pull back. He's making his boundaries firm. He's standing in his faith and his truth. He sees that hope and courage go together. So he's very determined on doing everything possible to pull away and make that Wheel of Fortune turn in his favor. What he thought was in his favor was in the Black Witch's favors. Okay? So the Divine Masculine, the very true match for him, comes up in the reading, which is the Empress. And we all know that the Empress is all four queens in one. And he is doing everything possible to change the situation. It's very possible this Empress is she's working on herself, she's working on things, and because they could be like twin flames, with that, it's like he holds certain keys that he could function okay, you know, but he will never be the man that he's supposed to be. And the Empress as well can function okay, but she holds the keys. So together they hold the keys to bring into fruition this beautiful life, to show the world that two people can come together against all odds and, you know, basically beat the matrix system. Okay, so the Emperor comes out and says, I'm going to protect her, I'm going to move towards her, I'm going to be there for her, and I'm a new person. I'm growing up. Okay, so the Four of Swords is putting to rest all that he said, she said in his life. He's putting to rest all the negativity that was put upon him and his divine feminine. He's putting to rest being sucked up, used, energy drained. He's choosing himself so that he can choose his Empress. And the last card is the Justice. Justice will be for the Emperor and the Empress so that they can shine and let the world know that, hey, there is no one or nothing on this earth that can ever stop us because God is with both of us. God is protecting our union. God is protecting our future. God is going to give us the ability to be who we're supposed to be. These two people are going to be like superheroes of love. They are going to exude love wherever they go. They are going to hold their union sacred, and they're never going to let each other go. So I say to you all that be careful what you ask for. And whatever it is that you ask for, make sure it's for the betterment of the world. Make sure that it's love on the forefront. So that's the end of our reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Please make a comment. Please share. The more that we are able to grow this channel, the more that in the future I can give back to all of you. So again, we're all struggling and we're all trying to make things work, and we all are blessed. We all know that God is with us, and we keep going. We claim that we are anointed. We claim that we are sacred. We claim that God loves us, and we claim that we love God. We put God and love on the forefront of our lives. Thank you. God bless.